Kerry Werner Jr. TSE is back. You're winning. What happened today?
Well, it was the gravel day with trails in between, and being the first day, everybody's fresh. Everybody's like just super antsy. I knew that like throwing effort out like right at the beginning wasn't gonna do anything, So kind of sat in for the first 6 miles or so, and then there was a little single track climb, pretty tight and like kind of technical. Nothing terrible, but enough that I pushed the pace, and the three of us that were in the front were able to get a gap. So yeah, then we just started trading pools. On gravel, hit another single track section, and that like really opened it up for us. And then we had a big gravel section after that. I was like, hey guys, like this is let's get some rotation going and like really put some time on the guys behind us, because I remember looking back, we could see them on like big straights. It was probably like a minute and a half maybe. So yeah, we went for it. Put some good time in. It was Logan, Nick, and I, and Logan was just like dropping 600-watt pulls. The dude's a horse, and we were just working well together. Logan actually then flatted on that descent down to the walking section that we had to do, which was interesting.
What was going on there?
Well, apparently the Popati State Park didn't want us riding through there because I guess they're really busy, and for some reason, because they are like sold out, us riding through there would have been just too hectic. But but then like as we were running, we had to get off, dismount, and run 0.2 miles through the same route that we would have ran. And I mean, like Nick and I were just like running next to each other in the middle of the road. So I don't know, we took up more space for more time, it felt like. Anyway.
Were you going for it, or was it just?
We were just
kind of
like, we were just kind of jogging
3,
along and
2, 1,
chatting.
Go!
We were just kind of jogging along and chatting and like Baywatch stuff, But then we got back on, and it was like full gas again. Logan was gone, so it was just Nick and I, and we knew that if Logan got a plug in and fixed his flat quick, like he could have worked with those dudes behind us to like bridge it up, because he was really strong on the road.
Seems like he lost a lot of time though.
Yeah, he ended up like flat. He like didn't plug it, messed up the tube, asking people for CO2. It was a whole situation. So, but we didn't know that at the time. So yeah, then it was just Nick and I trading pulls. I could tell that I was a little better off on the technical bits, so I knew that coming in like the last 6 miles, we hit Old Burn Trail, which is a good little technical section. So I just jumped in front and pushed the pace a bit and opened it up, and then I just kind of kept on it. We did the climb up to Wildcat, which was super rocky and really slippery. It was like the rocks were just sweating all day. So it's like you had to be like super careful about where you put power down. It was very finessey out there.
Yeah, so kind of speaking of that and having like a little technical edge through that stuff, you were riding a section, which we'll see in the highlights video, that a lot of people were not riding, or they were trying to and not being successful. You were successful.
I wondered about
with a little tree grab at the end,
tree grab,
which I didn't capture. So.
That's from cyclocross. Yeah. You like grab some pole, pull yourself around.
Yeah. But so what is the trick to riding these sweaty rocks?
Man, it's just like kind of like knowing where you're gonna go over a rock, predicting like where you're gonna put power down, and like obviously not trying to put power down on those rocks. And so it does take a lot of like full body coordination. And so yeah, I don't know. I grew up in southeastern PA, so it's kind of in my blood. Like as I was developing as a junior, I either had to figure out how to do that, or riding was gonna suck and I probably would have done another sport. So I luckily figured it out pretty quick, but it took a while, and like riding dry rocks is one thing, but then wet rocks is a whole nother thing, because of the whole like where do you put power down question. Yeah, it's just kind of finding holes and being light over some places and not over others.
I know somebody's gonna care. So, how many PSIs do you run in your tires?
Interesting question, dude. So I'm trying out Cush Core this week for the first time. I got the XC Cush Cores in, and they saved my ass today because I actually punctured on the shale trail early on, about mile 3 or 4. I think just a really sharp piece just poked me. Luckily, Stan sealed it, but I started with 26 in the rear and 24 in the front. So I really don't want to flat. Like, I'm not running Cush Core so that I can run low pressure. I'm running Cush Core like as a preventative measure. So I punctured and lost air until it sealed, and so I actually was, by the time I finished, was running 16 psi. And so, like, I reckon if I didn't have Cush Core in, that would have been not the best. Especially on some like burn trail. That trail is just like loose rock just scattered everywhere.
You have more work to do this week.
Yeah. Yeah, luckily, well, I already swapped that tire, but yeah.
Any final words, Jeremy? What you got?
Man, I'm ready to get out of here. Haven't had dinner yet. Everybody else has.